dollar electronics company. To find the reclusive Mr. Schultz, Whistle Test Cameras went to Boston, gateway to the Fens in the heart of beautiful rural Lincolnshire, which was a bit of a bugger because Mr. Schultz lives in Boston, Massachusetts. That's better.
I was an engineer long before I was a musician. Well, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say that. Professionally, I've always thought of myself as an engineer. The music was strictly a hobby.
It is a collaborative effort, but it would be a mistake to say that it's an equal partnership. I really give Tom the bulk of the credit for the Boston Sound, obviously, he being the producer, engineer, and writer of most of the material.
I think I would be a bit egotistical to suggest that the Boston music defined AOR radio, but you know, it was album-oriented music, whether or not they called it that.
He's a very intense worker in the studio, and for myself, not being a real technically oriented person, I'm constantly amazed at what he does, you know, in the recording studio. I basically stand up in front of a microphone and sing, and he does all the rest.
There's no need for the, you know, the fancy stuff that goes on in a typical recording studio. You know, I don't have any use for the pinball machines in the playroom and the lounge chairs. Well, now I could use a lounge chair because I got an injured back last year. But what I need is just the basic necessary equipment. No more complication than required. As soon as you add on more channels than you need or more gadgets, you have more trouble. So I've tried to keep it to a minimum. I keep it very tight so that I can reach all the controls from in a hurry when I'm mixing or when I'm playing. And most of the time I don't leave this area when I'm in the middle of a project. I dub the instruments in sitting right at the tape deck, and there is a tape deck under here. Did you know that? Take that out.
Over there behind us, there are a lot of little pieces of 1/4-inch tape, about 1 inch long. What are they?
Up there on the wall, you mean? I saved those. Those are little pieces of tape that were cut out of the song Don't Look Back because the drums were not put on in a groove that I considered proper for the song. So I had to go through and make cuts every few beats in order to create the groove I wanted for the song. I will do anything required in the studio to get the sound and the feel that I want in the song. If it's, you know, in that case where I wasn't happy with the performance I could get out of a drummer, I'll make the performance. If I need a sound that I can't get with my normal setup, with my normal guitar, I'll put together any combination of effects or whatever, or invent a new one, you know, whatever it takes. I don't think I've reached tycoon status, but I am definitely in the business of research and development. Actually, I started that company long before there was such a thing as a Rockman. I've been working on ideas for musical equipment and other things for 10 or 15 years. And when I got done with the tour following Don't Look Back, we got back from England, and I decided I had to have a way to work on music without having it be like a job. So I specifically decided to start a company so that I would have a place to go to work that I could sneak out from without getting yelled at to go write songs and record and so forth.
This was Tom's first product, the headphone amp for guitarists that takes the sound of a 100-watt stack and puts it in a box this big. You put batteries in it, strap it on your guitar, and you're ready to go. But there was so much response for this sort of thing that people like the sound so much, they want to record with it. So Tom invented other products so you can record with it or take it on stage live. And that led up to this stuff here. And now with this stack, you can get every sound that's ever been on the Boston album, plus a whole lot more. It's got distortion sounds and clean settings, chorus, echo, and flanger, phase, anything you want. We've got some EQ built in for different tones, so you can adjust any tone you want to suit your own taste. So if you don't want to sound just like Boston, you don't have to. You can have any sound you want. But the beauty of it is that you can get any sound at any volume. You don't have to be on 10 to make it sound like you're on 10. You can be clean and clear. Or full out distorted. All in the sound that won't bother your next door neighbors.
I don't want to ask you how wealthy you are, but quite plainly...
Go ahead, be rude.
All right, how wealthy are you? Because you don't seem to spend it on living the life of a flash pop star.
Now, how wealthy can you be if your Datsun has rust holes that go right through to the interior? No, I don't have a lot of money. I've gave a fair amount of it away. Some to worthy causes, some to not so worthy causes. And I do have some big plans in the future for some things that I would like to try to do, you know, charitable in nature. And I'm definitely planning on generating a lot of capital to do it. But no, it's not for jet planes and so forth. It would be, although I am a pilot, it would be hard to justify, you know, spending a couple $1 million for my own private jet, knowing that there's things that a couple $1 million could do a great deal of help for in the world. So I could never live with myself being that sort of person.
Tomorrow's so far away. There's something I just have to say. I don't